Hey, this is John. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mechanical Mastery. In the last episode, we set up this energizing orb and made our first pattern to get the hardened crystals to make these power rods. Now I want to go up the tier all the way to the top if we can. So next thing we're going to need is to get blazing crystals. That's going to require a blaze rod. So let's make a thing for that. Let's get a counting filter. Let's just get all of them. So as far as I can tell, nothing here conflicts. So blaze rod, let's do one of those, and let's put you in there as an insert on channel 1. So let's go ahead and fix this guy to be an insert on channel 1, and we will ignore that. So there we go, input, and there's our counting filter. Okay, that'll get us our blazing crystals. I need the niotic crystals too. That requires a diamond. So again, we're going to do this with a filter of a single diamond. Okay. And the next one is the spirited, which requires an emerald. So we'll put another item card in there. And we will say that it is an emerald. And then finally, the nitro crystal requires another star, 2 blocks of redstone, and a block of blazing crystals. That's the big one. So finally, this one and this one is nether star, 2 block of redstone. So this guy, and what was the other guy? Block of blazing crystal. Okay. So this guy. Okay, so now all of the inserts from this are correct for him. All we have to do now is make some patterns, and we should be able to make these things. So let's see if that actually happens. Go over here to the pattern guy. So blazing crystal, there we go. 1 blaze rod equals 1 blazing crystal. Niotic crystal, 1 diamond equals 1 niotic. Spirited, 1 emerald equals 1 niotic. No, 1 spirited. And then this guy. 1, 2, and this. That gets us 16 nitro crystals. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the power guy. There we go. Crystal, 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 crystal. Okay, so that should get us what we need to make this energizing rod. We need to make a few more patterns. I want to get these blazing capacitors. So there's the pattern for that. Okay. And then I need the niotic capacitors. And then the spirited capacitors. And then finally what are these things? The nitro capacitors. Okay, I think that should be everything. So, wrong guy. I want to go down here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's our hard capacitor. So, let's see if we can get some capacitors. What do I need? I need 4 of these blazing capacitors. Let's see if it can make those. It's supposed to craft those crystals. So let's see that it does that. The answer is going to be that it won't. We didn't put the extract on there. So let's go fix the extracts. You can extract, what are those things? All the crystals from power. You can extract these, these, and these. Okay, there we go. Now that should be correct to make our crystals. And that should get us what we need to make our capacitor. Shouldn't need to go back there actually. So it's a little bit slow, so we'll have to fix that. We could speed up the insert extract rate. I don't think it'll help that much though. He's doing it about every second. So do we have those capacitors? We do have the 4 capacitors now. So let's go ahead and break you and you. And let's see what we can do about adding this guy. So if I want these, we should make that. There we go. There's one. And wait, what happened to my rod? He went away. He doesn't think he's the right guy. There we go. The energizing rod. Okay, so these are even faster. So we can go up to the next tier a little bit easier. We're going to need 4 of these niotic capacitors. So let's get some of those. Yeah, we'll get 4 of these. Now, I don't know that we actually need anything else for these right now. So that may actually be fine. Yeah. I think we're mostly doing okay. And to make these, we're going to need 2 of these dielectric casings. So let's make 6 of these I think we're going to need. And that should be everything else besides the capacitors themselves. And we could spam these, get way more of these energizing rods, and that would probably help out. So we could do that as well. I want to get at least 2. So yeah, there we go. There's 1, and there's 2. Okay, so there we go. Now we are at about 1,000,000 RF each. And we can make these spirited capacitors. We need 4 of those. All right, let's get, was it 4? I think it's 4. Yeah. I like the laser colors. That's kind of a neat mechanic. This is actually a little bit easier to automate than Action Editions was. Might be just because of laser IO though. I don't know. All right, so yeah, these are doing pretty well actually. Yeah. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Okay. Yeah. Be careful when you right-click over here. You may do weird things you didn't mean to do. He's taking longer than I thought he would. We should have spammed these. All right, whatever. There we go. Now we can make our next tier of these guys. And yeah, let's make those real quick. So there we go. 1, 2. There we go. And then finally, the nitro crystals. So we need 4 nitro capacitors. All right. We don't have any blocks of blazing crystal. We'll have to make those as well. We should probably keep, I don't know, a few of those in stock at all times. So let's teach it how to make those. All right. We'll make a pattern for you. Okay. And now let's tell it to keep some of those in stock. So yeah, blazing crystals. Let's say we want to keep, I don't know, 10 of these in stock. That's probably a reasonable start. This may take a little bit to get started. I'm curious. I'm not seeing the lasers now. I mean, they should be on, but they're not. I think it's doing it, though. I think it's just a glitch. So, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so that guy is going. So he's going to need like a ton of these things to work. He's going to need, what, like 60 of these blaze rods to be converted? But he should do that in the background, so that shouldn't be too bad. But we could definitely do with spamming like way more of those guys, and that would definitely help us out. So we've got like just ridiculous amounts of power. So I think we should probably teach it to build all of the rest of the rod types, even though I've already made the 2. You know how to make those 2 rods. So here's the hardened. Okay. And here's the blazing. And here's the niotic. And here's the spirited. And finally, here's the energizing. Okay, let's put some patterns in there. And let's put you here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you make... What kind of rod do I want? I want the nitro ones. Can I make 2 of these? Would have to craft a few things, but I think it should be okay, actually. You know what? We're going to try that. Yeah, let's craft 2 of these, and let's see what it can do. All right. It's raining. What time is it? Can I go to sleep? Good. All right, so it may take a bit for it to go there. And I don't know if we can... Something seems wrong. Ah. We do need to lock the crafter. If he inserts different recipes at the same time, this is what happens. Okay, well, that's good to know. Okay, I'll have to think of a way to fix that. So, I mean, the fix is going to be to lock those crafters. So, I don't even know which ones I'm doing. Yeah, can I cancel you? And can I cancel you? Okay, so what do we have over here? I've got 10 of these right now. Okay, so let's dump this back in the system. So what would we do to find out if you worked? I think it's going to be similar to the system we set up with the crushing wheels. We will simply detect if there is something in here and then make use of that. So let's see here. You are my insert guy. Okay, we're going to go without moving too much. Let me think about that for a second. I think I'm going to add a laser node below him, and that'll be how we do the redstone signal out. So let's get us a laser IO node, put him right down here, and let's say that we will output on a signal whenever we detect something in here. So let's see here. You extract on channel 2. Is it possible for you to not extract until we have the right thing? So here's my thought process. Let's kick you up to 60 ticks, and we'll go to 1 item at a time every 60 ticks. So that's every 3 seconds. He won't pull anything out until then. That'll give us enough time to detect. There's not enough size in here to detect. Never mind. Let's change that up. We're going to go with channel 3 is where you extract. And you're going to be an insert on 3. So let's see here. I want you to be an insert card on channel 3. So you are an extract on 1, an insert on 3. And now we can have a detection card for each one of the items that we would get in here. And that's the 5 things we're trying to make, the energized steel and the 5 crystals. So we need an item card for each one of you. It needs to be a sensor card. Okay, a sensor card. It needs to be an OR. It needs to be the default side. It's going to output on signal 0. So I wonder if OR means any of the items on the filter, or I need multiple filters. I'm not sure about that. Let me check the manual, see if it helps me real quick. The book indicates that the ore filter should be good. So let's get rid of this channel. And let's get rid of this extract. You're going to be extract on 2 again. I'm going to put you, well, not that much, put you back up to 60. And now I can detect with a sensor of an ore. Let's get a regular filter. And if this sensor had this filter, and it's either an energized steel or it's any one of the power crystals, so blazing, niotic, spirited, or nitro. If it has any one of these objects in here, it's going to output a signal on redstone channel 0. Okay, so that should be good for that. And then we'll have enough time to detect it before it pulls out. And then on this guy, on the upside, we are going to give it a redstone card. It's going to be an output on signal 0. And that will kick this to insert the next set. So my hope is that that solves our problem. Let's try it again. All right, so what if I wanted one nitro crystal? Okay, that's kind of not the right thing. It's going to need to make more than one thing. What if I wanted a better rod? Like here's the hard and here's the blazing. Okay, if I try to make one blazing rod, it would have to make blazing crystals and energized steel. This would be a conflict. So let's see what it does. It inserted the blazing thing. It didn't insert anything else. I'm a little bit concerned about that. I think it believes the crafter is locked. Yes, it does. All right. That must mean it didn't get the sensor. So let's go ahead and break into here again. Okay. We are on the right place. You are an extract. Let's make you a strong signal. Okay. Is it possible it can't detect that in there? It only detects every 20 seconds. Let's kick you up to 100 ticks just to make sure. Okay, you're channel 2, you're going to extract onto. And then this guy should be okay. Yeah, let's just try this again. Okay, let's pull out some things that are in there. I believe it still thinks the crafters are locked. I don't think it's detecting items in the energy orb. So do you still think the crafter is locked? Yeah, that's not clear to me, but let's try to make that rod one more time. Okay. Has to craft 2 things. So where is our... There are too many things on this list. Okay. A little bit confused what it's doing right now. Okay, it inserted a lot of things at once. Oh. Okay, well, that does not help so much. Hang on. I knew it had to be something obvious. I never linked the laser I/O nodes, so that was the problem. I don't think this needs to... Yeah, I put things back in the chest, but I don't think it needs to be that way actually. So we can do a couple of things. We can wait to extract until we have the right signal. So here's our energizing rods. I was putting them over here into this one. So let's see here. You are an extract on 2, so you should just be this. And you should be an extract on channel 2. But you only work when you're receiving a signal on redstone channel 1. Okay, so there is the first change I want to make. So we will extract on 2. If we have the sensor saying we detect any of these, we'll put a signal on channel 1, and that should both send a signal to this guy on the up, and on the up it does not need to be a strong signal. We should be fine. Okay, so this I believe will work now, and let's try it again. We've got these 2 energizing rods. Let's make whatever the next tier is. Is it niotic? I think it's niotic. It's going to require us to craft 8 of these niotic crystals. And it won't do that 8 at a time. It should just do them 1 at a time. Diamond, it detects, it goes in. Okay, so this thing is working now. Okay, there we go. Huh. I can't believe I forgot to link the laser nodes. I know I've done it 100 times before, so that should have been obvious why it didn't work, but whatever. All right. What just happened? Did I put my stone in the system? Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put it right here. Okay, there we go. So what are my rods now? I've got 1 of these energizing rods of niotic, but I want these nitro rods. I want 2 of these guys. It's going to craft a lot of stuff to get me this. So there we go, and all of this stuff should work together. And this is making a nitro crystal, I think. Wow, that takes 20 million forge energy to get. We're going to want like a few of these. We told it to extract 1 at a time. That was wrong. We might even do an overclocker, so we can do 16 of those. Let's get him an overclocker. Yeah. So you are my extract guy. There we go. Okay. I believe that all should be good. So he should make my nitro rods just shortly. And if I want my nitro capacitors, can I get, how many do I need of these? Rod, nitro. I need 4 of these nitro capacitors. So can I make those without doing anything from here? I think the answer is we don't have the 16. I think it's holding onto these right now, which is odd. That it would hold all of those and only needed the 1 or 2 or whatever. But I assume it is storing all of these until it's done. So it could need them. Let me finish this crap. I want to see what happens to the rest of the crystals. I think there should be more crystals than we got from here. Well, there's no more after finishing these rods, so I don't exactly know what happens. But maybe we do need 16 of these to make this? I don't know. Let's break this and this and replace them with these. And let's say that I want 4 of these capacitors. Well, you know, it seems to suggest we're going to need 16 of these. So maybe you just need 16 of them. So, I don't know. Whatever. Let's see here. Why do you extract so slow? You only extract each item every little bit. Okay. We probably could use an overclocker there as well. In fact, we probably could use 4. And the reason is that could turn him down to 1 tick, and he'd insert everything all at once, pretty much. So, doesn't need more items. Well, he does need just more quickly putting things in here. So, yeah. All right. So, what are my capacitors? Okay, I've got that. So, I don't. Oh, I used those in the other guy, didn't I? Yeah. Let's make 2 of these. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay, so we will now be twice as fast on this guy. I don't really know where we should go with this. We'll go here and here for now, and I'll wrap around one more time. We'll have it completely encased for this. So why don't we make 2 more sets of nitro rods. It'll make a lot of stuff, but it should be able to do it. And you can see there are now 4 lasers. He now goes very fast for a lot of the things that he's doing. So yeah, I do like that. Let's get some more of this universal cable. So let's see here. The use for this is to become this. The use for this is to become this. That's what I want. Okay, so we will go to there, and we'll have more of these rods pretty much everywhere. I wonder how long it'll take to make these. Probably not too long. I think you might even be able to do something like this, where you do... Yeah, I think that is a lot faster. So, it's not entirely clear, but I think that it might be. So, I mean, that's looking pretty good right now. He's got plenty of RF stored. The lasers, I mean, they're not there right now, but that I think is just a graphical glitch. So, I'll be back when he's done. All right, there we go. A setup for the power automation. I think it works pretty well. We've got 6 of these guys around him. I mean, we could go 2 more and have 1 here and here, and I probably will do that. But for now, we're way past wrapping up point on this episode. Hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe, comment, come back to see us. Hit the bell if you want. Go crazy. I'll see you next time.